take it a step further, dude. Dudes that want to get pegged, that shit's weird to me, dude. That's some weird shit, dude. I don't know how I feel. They're like, I'm not, I like
I
women.
don't know if we have enough time for me to tell this tragic story, so I'm going to Reader's
You have a
Digest
pegging
version.
story?
No. Super bright on me. Bright light feels like lightly shameful. If you're a little high, you're like, damn, everybody can see. I'm being exposed by the Lord. The light of the Lord is shining upon me and going, shame, my son, shame. Shame upon you. I'm sure I've offended so many deeply religious people, and for those of you in the Midwest.
No, but I would argue that weed is a plant, dude. It is a product of the earth and the environment. So if you're saying that everything's God's creation, then I don't see the result of smoking marijuana a bad thing. That's just my personal take.
I feel like people take you less seriously when you look super high. I feel like you could be super high, and as long as you're like behaving in a semi-normal fashion, that's fine.
And it's everything in moderation, right? I mean, if you're just doing it all day, every day, and you're just sitting around all the time, it's not a great thing.
I will say this: active stoner.
Yeah, you could be
very rarely do I get high and just do nothing. Like, I'll cook. I made a beautiful lasagna tonight. Garfield would be proud. One bite, he would have murdered it.
One bite. Everyone knows the rules. Did you see that Dave Portnoy stuff, by the way? About his bar?
What specifically?
Oh,
no.
okay,
Yeah. You're bringing that up?
We don't have to, but it was something that just popped up.
Okay, so for the people at home, I mean, if we're doing it, then we're doing it. So for the people at home that don't know, there is a website, business, podcast, studio, conglomerate, whatever you want to call it, Barstool Sports. I'm sure damn near everybody's heard of it. It's like almost as big as ESPN.
Yeah, I would say they've gotten really big. Yeah, they got podcasts, everything. Yep.
And the guy that owns it, his name's Dave Portnoy. That's somebody, so this is a reverse 50 Cent situation. I would never want to meet him in person because he has a high volatility and there is a very, very high probability that he will be a prick to you. I think he's mostly nice to people, but also I have seen times where it seems like he's having a bad day and he's feeling a little snappy. If you're wearing anything that has LeBron on it, like the one review, the guy walked by in the LeBron jersey and he was like, LeBron sucks, you buddy.
Yeah, he could be a lot to handle. I like his pizza reviews, though. They're always really great. One bite, everyone knows the rules are always good. But he's a very polarizing person for sure. I will say that. Definitely, there would be moments where I'd be like, oh, it's cool to meet him. But other moments, I agree with you, where he's like, no, that would be intense. And I could see how he could be in.
Yeah, I have a lot of respect for what he's done because he really grind.
Started from nothing, dude. I think literally in a basement. So,
yeah. So when somebody like that is a little more braggadocious, you got to kind of just give them the nod because it's like you earned it.
Yeah.
If we get there with this, earned it.
I think
100%.
I will say this because I didn't really. This is something I can speak on with this experience, and we're nowhere even near the level of Barstool Sports. Hopefully,
we need a fraction of Barstool. Correct. We don't even need the full Barstool.
But my point is I don't think people realize the blood, sweat, and tears and grind and the highs and lows of this shit. So my point is I can understand why someone like him could be in.
Yeah, but he enjoys it.
Yeah, he enjoys it. But getting there is it's so brutal, and I don't think people realize how brutal this shit is to really build shit up.
Big facts.
So I'm not advocating you should be. I will never be directly to fans or other people because I don't like that. But I see why some people will be like, all of you, dude. It was so. I got dragged through the streets to get here.
Dave Portnoy, another S tier hater. He gets champagne bottles with the names of his particular enemies engraved on them, and then when something bad happens to them, he pops the bottle and he drinks
hilarious.
the champagne.
I actually hate Roger Goodell, so I love his battle with Roger Goodell and the fact that he went to the Super Bowl and Roger Goodell pulled him out of the event.
They carried him out of the venue. I was like, what? You know how rich this is? because you're dragging him out.
Drag me out, and they did it, dude. But it's crazy that they're
Wild.
beef. Obviously, Roger Goodell hates him too, which is crazy. But
So, anyways, this company is really branching out. I honestly have been following Barstool long enough that it was already pretty big and prominent when I discovered it, or happened upon it, what have you. The pizza reviews were the thing that got me in there.
correct, same.
The one bite pizza reviews are fucking hilarious.
They are.
It is
They're
like
good.
honestly,
It's great content.
nobody will ever top him in the food review game. He has the best shit, the best short content for that. It is the funniest.
Dude, the zero because the manager came out. If you haven't seen that, go watch that. It is fucking the Grimaldi's.
Cratered the business. They had to close temporarily
and like redo their customer service and shit because he literally fucking.
They advertised the. I like that though because it was like a redemption story.
Yeah,
they advertised the 0 and they're like, "We will be back." And he went and rescored them. I think they got like a mid to low 7, which is respectable.
Yeah.
On the Dave Portnoy pizza scale.
Hilarious though. He threw it
So
down 0 points.
They did. I don't think they're doing the gambling directly anymore. They had a gambling website, but they also have a bar. I think they have multiple bars because they're big into the college scene, college sports. He said many times that his audience is typecast as being like bros and douches and shit. There's probably a lot of bros and douches in there, but also there's your boy, and I am no longer neither a bro nor a douche.
Correct.
And if somebody thinks I'm a douche, then all right, like that's fine. Not a bro. I'll take the douche. But they have these college bars, and obviously they have crazy bottle service. And I think this is like pretty standard if you're getting bottle service anywhere. They'll have a little sign.
Yeah, Vegas does it all the time in their clubs.
If it's you see the giant drunken bachelorette party and it says, "Congratulations, Ashley," or whatever the fuck on it, and it's a nice little message. They get to have their moment. It's fun. Hopefully, they indulge responsibly and don't have too bad of a hangover the following day.
Thousands of dollars for a bottle.
Oh
vodka.
yeah,
they can get for $40 at a fucking grocery store.
Thousands is like discount. They're giving you Kirkland brand with that shit.
It's fucking crazy. I never understood that, dude. When the people show the checks from because I used to work by what was the pool by MGM, Wet Republic. Right? Web Republic, I think it's called.
Sure.
Anyways, it's one of those day pool clubs, and I remember seeing those receipts. Like some people have dropped $100,000, $200,000 checks for one. And I'm like, I don't even care if you have a lot of money. That's just stupid. Like, I'm sorry. Like, even if I got to some crazy level of wealth, I'm not gonna go drop $200,000 on stupid ass beverages at a fucking
the little
pool party
festival
for
packages, and it's not even like the whole time you're there.
Yeah,
it's literally like for the day, I would assume, but you get like multiple big ass bottles of champagne and bottles of liquor and mixers and all that stuff. But $200K, you know what? How much I could do with $200K?
Yeah, I know. That's what makes it gross. Is like, man, so many people are struggling.
I can temporarily put you on the payroll, Derek. You could be our first employee.
I know, that shit's crazy, dude. But.
So, anyways, there was a group of people at one of these bars, and now Derek and Post.
No, you can't say it. You can't say it. Just you gotta.
Oh no, I'm going to say it.
No,
you're gonna have to bleep it and censor my face, and people will have to look it up to know what I said.
No, what it was.
I don't condone this.
Nah.
I don't agree with this. I am merely just a reporter. Think of me as another a gumble. It's a reliable source of information on the news.
Someone could just clip this moment and then use it against
something.
you that you use this word. Are you sure you're gonna say the word?
Look up what they said. So basically, it was a deeply anti-Semitic
Jewish
message,
term. Okay.
Like a direct,
correct, yeah,
anti-Semitic message, which is shocking because
honestly, yeah.
I don't care how much money you spend in a club. There are certain things where if you're in charge, you go, "Oop, I'm so sorry, you can't do that." And then if they're like, "Fuck you, I'll do what I want," then it's like, "Okay, we're gonna refund you, and then we're gonna need you to leave because we don't have people like you in our
correct.
establishment."
At some
Like,
point,
that's how
you need to put some pushback on the messages that are being written on boards. Dude.
Say no.
Yeah, and they're like,
that's
just
insane.
a joke. Yeah, no.
If you look, I mean, like I said, this is like deeply offensive shit, and it is poison and cancer on the internet. So we cannot put up the image, but I'm sure Derek will do like a screen grab of the article, probably blur the offensive stuff because we are not trying to get flagged. But yeah, but the wild part is Dave Portnoy is Jewish, right?
I believe.
Damn, look it up. Fact check.
Yeah,
Fact check. We need to know now.
I don't know if he is. I'm guessing he is, but
I mean, certainly with the amount of employees he has in his company, he probably employs Jewish people. So I feel like whether or not he's Jewish, he would probably ride for them regardless.
Yes, he is Jewish.
Yeah. Either way, it's terrible. But he immediately responded to that. I think on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, Elon's platform. People are destroying Teslas and superchargers and all that shit. But he immediately was like, I need to know who the employees are. I need to know who these people are that bought this. We're going to be dealing with this. And I think the guy had to issue a formal apology. Then he said he was going to send them to Auschwitz so they could take a tour for like some
he was gonna do
sensitivity
that.
training.
Yeah, but I think he ended up firing him, dude. I think
he rescinded. Oh no. Oh yeah. He rescinded that immediately. Or he said the one person kind of scoffed at taking the trip, and he was like, "Oh, you don't think I'm serious? Well, then fuck you."
Yeah.
But yeah, that is wild.
No, it's intense because he just got like weird division with that, and there was like Legion of Skanks. They have some dude that raps for him. I don't know if you've heard of him. His name's Crackamiko. He's like kind of like a dude on Twitter and X that like raps and stuff.
Well, pull it up. Pull it up. No. Pull it up right now.
Because
give me the shit.
I'll do it. He made a rap song about the Dave Portnoy stuff that is fucking absurd, and people are supporting it, dude.
The Kanye, or Ye as he goes by, we can't even fully talk about that either. These things aren't allowed on the internet. Basically, okay, you're gonna have to bleep this one, Derek. Basically, Kanye came out with a song where he is going, and you're probably gonna have to blur that too. So sorry, but he has people who are doing like flash mobs, and they surrounded Diddy's star on the Hall of Fame and were shouting it, and it sounded like he was there, but that shit is crazy.
That's bad. Watch this though. So
Kanye's
this is him freaking
insane.
out.
He should be locked up. Oh, he went there. Oh my God, he has AI Dave Portnoy dancing. This is insane. Dude, AI needs to be stopped.
Dude, isn't this insane?
If Dave Portnoy got down dancing like that, I would fucking lose my mind.
The outfit, dude.
He's biting his tongue.
But
I hate it so
dude.
much.
Don't
oh my God, it had
joke
JFK
about
and the Twin
Jews
Towers
now,
behind
dude.
it.
Yeah, this is insane.
Okay, okay. Wow.
It's insane, dude. And like people are like supporting it. I'm like, I don't know, man. I think that's a little too fucking far, dude, in my personal opinion.
It is. With
and
someone who is
him, dude,
as rich as and as vindictive as he is, and you're going to take a shot like that, wild.
Yeah, pretty insane, dude. I don't know about that. But yeah, I had to show you that because I thought that was fucking wild. But no, he's a dividing character for sure, but I would say for the most part, I actually like Dave Portnoy's stuff. I think I like most of his content and shit, but yeah, I don't know. It's a divisive fucking situation. But I say I'd like him more. I wouldn't want to work for him. No. Okay, even if he like wanted to hook up the pod and like gave us a fucking contract.
Oh boy, I don't know. How tall is he? Like 5'7"? I don't know if I could have somebody that much shorter than me, just like being an overt prick.
Boss,
it's like
I
wouldn't let Tom Cruise yell at me neither. I don't give a fuck how rich you are and how many plane licenses you have. I don't care if you can fly the experimental shuttle that's going to Mars. Don't yell at me, okay? You're short.
Yeah, well, and most of his contracts, I think, for podcasters are pretty like undercut, and then they blow up. That was the whole thing with those two girls or whatever.
Brianna Chicken Fry. Yeah. She's boring. There's so many people. I mean, this is going to sound biased because it is, but there's just so many big people in podcasting, and I'm just like, who's propping this shit up?
I know, dude. I know.
It's
I feel
boring.
like they pay for it, or they have someone in the industry or something. Yeah,
shit?
I don't know. And they somehow get a fucking fan base, and I'm just like, how, dude? Their shit is.
Or is it the reason why?
Terrible? I don't know.
Is it the reason why like the NFL licensing, like streaming shit is so lucrative for them? Because it's playing in every sports bar across America. So perhaps they're like just blasting that shit in a Forever 21 while you buy a mini skirt and you get to listen to Brianna fucking Fry or whatever the fuck her name is.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't think about that.
I think she dated the one country singer. I'm probably wrong. You might have to look this up. I think it's Morgan Wallen.
Morgan Wallen,
which he's an asshole, and he's gotten caught saying some no words.
He has, dude. That was a whole. I guess he's friends with Theo Von and stuff like that.
And he threw a fucking chair off like a 6-story balcony. And fortunately, no one was smashed and killed.
And
by
he
it.
walked off on SNL. Did you see that?
Yeah.
He just is like, nah, I'm leaving now. Like, I'm not. Honestly, I know people love him and girls love him, but he seems like
I don't know. I just can't look past certain things. You seem like a real piece of shit. I'd say that in his face too, honestly. I feel like a lot of people are like, this motherfucker kicks back. I am. Peep this shit. Kicks back in his little fucking podcast chair and his stupid little mic with a red cover, his stupid little headphones, and just talks shit and says all kinds of wild shit. I would say that to his face. I do that at work. That is another one of the beauties of working in construction is you get to fucking just be like, you're a piece of shit.
I have a question that's actually kind of interesting that I don't think I've ever asked you on the pod is, would you sabotage a guest? Like, let's say we got super big. Would you have someone on to shit on them?
No.
Or you're not into like that world, right?
No.
Yeah. I don't like that shit either.
I think that's fucked because
my
thoughts on that is, no. They're not getting ambushed. They know what you'd have to be. I mean, some of them aren't bright, but you'd have to be the dumbest bitch on the planet to not know exactly what you're in for because just a little peek behind the curtain, they had small followings. One of them claimed to be a fan and then blew up when we got into a lightly heated argument on TikTok, which is a sentence I never thought I would utter in my adult life.
That's a
ever.
good point. Yeah.
But there have been some of the chicks that do OnlyFans who have, watched the pod for a period of time and they've DM'd the account and stuff. And every single one of them was like, you're not going to be like mean and shitty to me and tell me that I'm like a piece
because there's a lot of people that do that. It's like, no.
Yeah. And I told him, I was like, honestly, we don't even have to talk about that unless you want to. I just don't get into it. My feelings on it personally are I really don't have a lot of respect for it, just considering what I do to make money and the skill set that I've built over the years and how much hard work I've put into that and how limited I am in my ability to make money because of time and my fucking body slowly crumbling from the interior out, So I guess there is a little bit of resentment there, but also it's just like a moral thing. I think it's gross. My mother was a very morally driven person. She wasn't perfect, but she did she had good morals and she believed in certain shit. That's the way I was raised. So there's just a part of me inside that just can't accept it and go, oh, that's okay, and not I don't know. It's not even hater shit. It's just inside of me. It's just ooh, wrong. It's just it gives me a bad feeling.
But there's some people that do it.
Bothers me.
Oh, okay, because there's some people that we know and have had on that do that, and I don't have any.
We do, and that's why
it doesn't
they don't
bother me in any way. It does. I don't.
That's why we don't get into those discussions. I'm not saying I'm judging them. I'm just saying I'm not trying to yuck anybody's yum. Live your life as long as you're not.
I know what you mean.
As long as you're not hurting anybody. Proceed. But for me, I'm not sitting there going, you respect me, right? I don't give a fuck. Maybe you don't. Whatever.
Yeah.
I'll live. You'll live too. Who gives a fuck what I think either? So, whatever. Yeah. But people, okay, we need to get a little safety meeting in mid-pod right now. 4th of July is upon us.
It is.
I believe at the airing of this episode will be 2 weeks out-ish, give or take. So here, listen to me right now.
Yeah, about the 20, probably this will probably come out on the 23rd. Probably the 23rd. Yeah, June 23rd.
Safety, pre-safety meeting. Okay. People, let's be safe on 4th of July. I have worked with tools and my dad's had me doing dangerous shit since I was a little boy. So I became aware of the danger very early on and how quickly you could lose limbs, die, fall, have all kinds of horrible things happen to you. So let's avoid them.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of normal folks, they kind of know the danger and they're yeah, there's a danger, but they don't really know the danger.
Yeah.
So they'll do dumb shit that I would never do simply because they think that they have an invisible shield in front of them. Like Iron Man in the last fucking Avengers movie to protect them from bad things. And the real story is you don't.
Yeah, I don't know. That stuff always worried me. I don't really like the explosion shit. I wouldn't do the cherry bombs that people did. I wasn't shooting bottle rockets at other people and shit like that. I just didn't really fuck with that.
Yeah, and just having a mangled hand is weird. Like if you look like a crab, like if you're missing the
Oh yeah, dude. Well,
three.
that one football player fucking blew his fingers off from a firework accident. He played for like the New York Giants. There's like a ton of video of people just not throwing it or not throwing it in time.
Move out the way, Terry! Terry! That's like the most legendary fucking firework video ever. Terry! Hopefully Terry didn't get burned. Yeah. but that's just wild in an instant. Your life has been changed. One of the neighbor kids, when we were younger, we had some of the more spectacular, like crazy shit that blows up.
Well, you can get them at the Indian reservations, I think, right?
You can,
like
yeah. It's like less than an hour drive.
I've never been, but yeah, I heard it's like a crazy shop that you can buy like pretty much anything.
I mean, there's a limit to it. It's pretty wild. I think it's like just a level below the crazy professional ones that are blowing off shit that's like this big. And I would never. That'd be like the worst way to go. So, yeah, you can go get them. I've done it before in the past. I just don't give a fuck about fireworks anymore. Fireworks are exciting when you're a kid. Now it's just like whatever.
They're annoying to me. Like, and for me, because I love my dog and other animals that I've had, it scares dogs. People are just doing it like too much. It's one thing if you're like, okay, we're gonna do it for the night of July 4th, but these assholes do it like till like fucking 3 a.m. They'll do it like the week before, the week after, and I'm like, hey, there was a day for that it's okay, but no, now you can fucking stop doing it.
They do it girl holiday style. That's what we'll call that, a girl holiday. You know what I'm saying? When like your birthday's the whole week.
Yeah, the whole thing. Yeah.
That shit is the worst though.
It is.
Especially because the dogs fucking hate it.
Yeah, and I hate it, dude, because if I'm trying to go to work and sleep, I don't want to listen to fucking loud ass fireworks. The ashes and shit get all over your car and all over the street and stuff.
I've never had that much crazy shit happen.
Yeah, I've had people that do like the mortars and stuff off, and you kind of get the flakes of like the fireworks and stuff like on, like it's just trash.
I feel like the percentage of chance of it happening is pretty low, but also there is always the concern where you're like, one little ember is just going to land on the roof and burn this motherfucker down.
It does happen, yeah. There's fires and shit. Yeah,
I have to grab 3 dogs and just charge out of this motherfucker.
That movie's intense, dude. I like that movie. It's classic. Kurt Russell show.
Dad would fucking hop into action. He bought I mean, it's not even a replica. It's an actual firefighter's helmet that's like the one that he used to wear. He has it in the closet. He'd probably save us all, dude.
That's hilarious, dude. Yeah. No, that would suck, though. God forbid that doesn't happen. But, yeah, I don't know. Fireworks are fucking overused. And
yeah.
To me, it's all the same. It's like the same show. Like, because people are like, ooh, but it's like, you've seen, it's the same shit. It's not any different.
The whole point is, do them safely. Have your designated fire person who's had like 3 drinks or less, you know, like a small buzz, but we're still coherent and we can light off explosives responsibly.
Yeah. I like 4th of July more for the barbecue, the pool, and just hanging out with
agreed. But the before shit is way better. When you're a kid, you always want to go blow shit up.
That's true.
I want to light it. They had the punks that was like an incense stick that would just stay lit, so you could walk up and
I think the Jackass one Steve-O did is still one of the funniest things, dude, where he had the bottle rocket in his butt.
Here's the thing, people. I don't ever want anything in my butt. But I will say, I feel like having a tiny toothpick in there is almost as bad as somebody just like sticking their finger in. I feel like it's worse because it's pokey.
Yeah.
Maybe you get a
So if a girl tries to finger, get like a little finger action in there, you're just instantly like, whoa.
We've talked about this. Haven't we?
I think we might have, but I don't remember talking about it on the pod, but that is funny.
I feel like that's ladies, tip of the cap to you, because it is hilarious, because it's the easiest way for you to make a man paranoid, or the guy kind of like arches his back and spreads it a little more, and maybe he wants it.
Like that.
How do you react to that, ladies? Is that calling your bluff? Would you be like, oh shit, oh no, yuck, I was only kidding?
Nah, like when even you take it a step further, dude, dudes that want to get pegged, that shit's weird to me, dude. That's some weird shit, dude. I don't know how I feel. They're like, I'm not, I like
I
women.
don't know if we have enough time for me to tell this tragic story, so I'm going to Reader's
You
Digest
have a pegging
version.
story?
No. Do not cut that as a short, Derek. No. Holy shit.
Packing, and you're like, I don't know if I have enough time for this story. I guarantee all the fans and the watchers were thinking the same thing. Like, holy shit, we're about to get a packing story.
Weigh in the comments. I do have a story. I am not involved in it in any way. Okay, I just want to say that up front.
No, the way you set that up was 100% that you had one though.
No. I am not involved. This is a story that I was told at length, in depth by other people because I loosely know all the parties involved and it's super messy. Super messy.
We should talk about it then.
Super messy.
No, I gotta hear it now. Okay.
Okay.
Let me hear it.
So, you know, this is wild and there are children involved. So I am changing the names. This time,
children involved.
Well, the children are not involved in the crazy stuff. They're just kind of caught in the crossfire because these people have children that are involved in this. Okay? Does that make sense?
Yep.
So I feel like this is an occasion where we're using aliases because this story's a little hot. I feel like I lost a friend or two with a couple stories. I mean, they haven't said anything, but also I can feel like if somebody was like, "Damn, you just like told my personal business." There are these two couples that I knew. Okay. Two of them I think they had been like married since like right after high school. The guy was in the military. She was his wife. She was kind of a hippie, dippy kind of chick, free spirit, one of those.
Do I know them?
I'm trying to think if you ever would have met them, and I want to say no. He was in the military. I feel like they had been together for a while. They had one kid. Okay. This other couple, this chick would come to parties and social gatherings with this group of friends that I was around, and she just seemed like a mess. Like she seemed like trouble. You know, when you look at a woman, you're like, ooh.
She would come with her husband or alone?
No. She would come alone.
Okay. And the two couples are friends and know each other. That's why they're at this gathering?
All these people knew one another.
Okay.
They weren't couples at the time. Like the two were married. Mm-hmm. Okay. The military couple, we'll just call them couple A. Yep. Couple B met later. The chick has 3 kids by the dude, and our buddy who would host gatherings at his house regularly. He would just have parties and shit. This wasn't like swinging or
it's
kind of weird shit. Like it was just parties, hanging out,
not
drinking,
shit,
barbecuing, swimming, regular shit.
Okay.
So he like kind of, I guess, was smitten by her. She wasn't terrible looking, but also once again, 3 kids and just seemed like mess. So he marries her. They have a kid together. Now there's 4 kids, right?
Whoa.
So these two couples become really tight, A and B. They're all friends with one another. They're all really cool. The 2 dudes had known each other since high school, so they go way back. So that's like kind of their connection. So basically what happens...
And you're at this party right now with them, obviously.
This all happened over a period of time.
Okay.
I'm just saying that's how things kind of coalesced and they all came together. They all met mutually through mutual friends, and some of them were friends since high school and all that. There were connections. Now they're 2 married couples who are friends with one another. So they're tight. They would watch each other's kids. I think they would vacation and shit with one another. At a certain point, couple A starts having some trouble. Okay. And they have friends here and at the other place that they were living. This is all blown up since Tarantinoing. Going to the end. Shit's blown up. Obviously, if I told you it's messy, shit has hit the fan. So she comes back here, and I guess her husband and the other dude's wife, who has 4 kids, they start shacking up. And the reason she finds out is their kid starts texting her, Auntie so-and-so and Daddy are in the master bedroom, locked in there.
Oh, they're fucking... Oh, no. How could you do that if they're guys your friend, too, since high school? How could you fuck someone's wife as a friend, dude? I couldn't do that, man. I don't know. That's fucked up. I don't know how guys do that shit. I'm like, I could never be like, oh, I'm going to fuck his girl. Like, what? Like, even if she threw herself at me, I'd be like, no.
Some people are pieces of shit, dude.
I wouldn't do
Some people see an opportunity. I feel like a lot of people, like, they're going out and they're at a party, they're having some drinks, and they're like, oh, I got a little drunk.
Did any fireworks happen afterwards? Like, did they fucking fight each other? Was there any like crazy intense like fucking battles or like stand up? Like, how does this shit, you kind of just like tried to move on, but I need to rewind.
No, I'm not moving at all. Okay. I'm not moving on. I'm going to elaborate. Okay, so
because I need to hear, because this is crazy, and it's really bad that the kid's the one that fucking catches them.
At least there wasn't 4 kids there, and also the other guy who essentially has 3 children. I don't know if he had formally adopted them or how that shit works. Like, I don't know if they're automatically his kid. This shows you how much of a man-child I am. I know nothing about marriage and laws and all that shit. I would assume they don't automatically become your kids, but obviously, if you're married to the bitch, you're going to be taking care of the kids too.
They're step kids for sure. Yeah, they're in your household now.
So she's out here, and obviously her immediate reaction is like, what the fuck? Because I think she came out here to visit some friends. And obviously, once you get some news like that, we're going right back home to find out what the fuck's going on. Yeah. So she goes back. The husband, who is getting cuckolded by his friend, maybe he's into that shit. That's like big time now. It's super weird.
Maybe.
We already talked about that before.
We did. Yeah,
it's super weird. But anyways, he was like in denial. Like, I love her, and like, I don't know, we're married. I love her. I'm staying with her.
That's so sad.
The chick goes back from here to obviously confront that situation, and he's basically like, I'm going to divorce you and get married to her.
Whoa! What
and
the
you
fuck?
need to take the kid and get the fuck out.
Whoa! But then the one's going to divorce the guy who thinks that they're still in love, and then they're going to marry each
She
other.
did. Yeah, she did. I mean, I don't know. Whoa. I don't know what happened to him, because that seems kind of like one of those or Mao type situations.
Jesus Christ!
I don't know, man. Dude. That's intense. That's intense, like shit, bad.
Dude, yeah, fuck,
like that is rough.
Fuck, man.
So this whole shit blows up. I never liked that guy either. He gave me bad vibes from the beginning. Yeah, correct.
Yes.
And when I heard about all this, I was like, knew you were a fucking piece of shit. So the chick comes back here, and now she is like low-key homeless. They settle. I guess I don't know how they got a divorce like super quickly. She ended up getting his car. She took his car out of spite because he had like a cool little car, and she took that shit.
I mean, good. Fuck that guy.
Nah, but she was a mess. She started dating another friend of ours, essentially to have somewhere to live. And so occasionally we would hang out. I would never bring that shit up because obviously that's a horrible fucking situation. Yeah. But also, her, like a lot of people who have like a trauma and they get around, I don't know, I suppose some people that they would consider friendly. I guess I seem like a trustworthy person. She started talking about all this, and then she started shitting on homeboy, and she basically told me that this is how it broke down. So she's into the whole polyamory thing.
She is. Oh, so she gave him permission to do this shit.
No. Let me get there. Okay. I'm cooking. Let me get there. So he's cool with that because mainly what it is she would bring another woman home. So he got happy fun times, right?
I don't think that's ever good for a relationship, though. Side note, I will say that. I actually think that's always a recipe for disaster, whether it's a dude or a chick.
Yeah,
I would not do
I don't
that.
know.
I think you're already flirting with a fine line where if you really care about someone and love the person you're with, like I just don't share, and I would not do that. But that's just my opinion. Just gonna throw that out.
I'm not.
I don't think it's cool. Like guys think that's cool. Like
no,
fucking cool.
No,
it's not cool. It's not cool.
I'm not. Cool. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, we kind of live in a. I try to just operate under live and let live, so I'm not like constantly looking around the world going, "Yeah, fucking heathens," because I'm not a perfect person either.
Yeah, I mean, to each their own, but like I'm an old school guy where I
think it's gross. I think it's like, especially, I'm not trying to get too deep down this dark road, but especially with the kind of access that kids just automatically have to the internet in this day and age, like it doesn't matter how many blockers you put up, kids are curious, they'll find a way around it and they'll get in there.
Too
and
much
then it's like,
it's crazy.
Then you see some things that just scar your brain. You're just like,
them and shit.
Boy, yeah. You're like, and like when you're young, because I mean, I don't think I ever looked at anything too crazy, but I definitely feel like,
well, we grew up in the time of when that shit really kind of started taking off. So like we were at the forefront of like dabbling into the fucking internet. Because, dude, there was a time where I will say,
shit
when I was a kid, I would get like
we
Maxim magazine and Sports Illustrated and shit.
That's
to look
like,
at
that's not even what we're, that's not even close to what we're fucking talking about.
Yeah, it is, because that's how I would like look at hot chicks and stuff. But I'm saying, dude, kids now can just go online and just watch full fucking cornography.
Oh, you're doing the corn thing? All right, I'll roll with it. Corn.
But I'm just saying, they can just get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, whereas us, it was like you really kind of had to go through some extra steps to get there if you wanted to
steal your parents' credit card and then hope that
or like,
they don't
or
understand
like
what that's
a friend's dad. You hear there's a video or something. You didn't have a friend like that? I had a friend like that.
No,
okay,
we talked about this shit with the TV with the integrated
that was great.
VCR. You could record HBO and or Skinamax softcore pornography. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's funny. But no,
the neighbor had a stack this tall of Playboys, and like some of them were vintage old.
Like,
he probably had some with Marilyn.
Do you remember like E-Bombs World?
Yep.
E-Bombs World and stuff, those cartoons. And then for me, how I dabbled into that originally was LimeWire. So you had to still download something. You'd have to look something up, download to get it.
I gave myself a couple of brain boo-boos on LimeWire. I'm not going to lie. I gave the computer many boo-boos on LimeWire. Like, that was not.
But my point is you had to go through all that just to finally see it, where now literally kids just go boop, instant, and it's just fucked up. And the little thing is, are you 18? You just have to click yes. You think kids are, oh, I'm not 18. I'm going to click no. Like, no, they're just going to click yes. It's not a fucking fail-safe. And they can just see crazy shit, dude.
Yeah.
So it is wild out there, dude. It's wild.
And these kids just talk crazy.
They do.
They feel like they have all these life experiences because they see things. Fuck. Once again, this is being aware of the danger, but not like knowing the danger and going like, death is possible, maiming is possible, forever shame is possible. Like, crazy. I don't think there's any crazy shit of I don't want anybody to dig, but I don't think I've got any crazy internet shit.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I'm sure people could always find something.
So anyways, so she, goddamn, we got to bring it back around. Yeah. So she decides she's going to let me in on some of Buddy's little deep, dark secrets.
Oh, damn.
She's into the polyamory. I guess she had met a couple who was also polyamorous, and she was trying to get him to be a part of it. So I guess her sell was that he got to fuck the other girl and she got to fuck the other dude.
Oh, so these couples were fucking then.
No,
like already.
Well,
potentially.
She was going to like throuple with them, but they wanted the whole enchilada. So they wanted him to like take part in it, and they wanted to have like a little menage or whatever you want to call that. I don't know, a quad up.
Yeah, it's a quad. It's not a menage a trois. It's a fucking trois. It's a menage a quad.
Menage a trois. We're making up some new shit. So I guess he initially consents to it, but then is resistant to it. And then she says at a certain point, she comes home one day and goes into their room. Presumably the kid is elsewhere. I hope so. It already happened, so it doesn't fucking matter. She goes into their room, and laid out on the bed is a harness and a fat rubber hog. Like a little thing, like, here you go. Avengers assemble.
Wait, which one is this? This is the dude that cheated?
Correct. This is him and his wife who wanted to do polyamory with another couple.
Okay, so she comes home from work.
Presumably.
Okay.
And she discovers, like, basically, he's like, I want you to put this on and pipe me. And I guess he was already, like, there, bent over, face down, ass up, like, ready to receive.
Dude.
And because she's one of these, like, you know, free love.
Oh,
I'm not gonna, you know, I'm not gonna yuck your yum.
Yuck your yum or whatever.
She said that she had no idea that he was even interested in that. So, I mean, to come home.
Yeah, this is like a shock just out of nowhere, dude. Hey.
Hypothetically, Derek, if you were married to a woman and you wanted her to peg you, wouldn't you have a conversation first to be like, hey, take her out to a nice dinner and be like, hey, so I think I want you to put a harness on. I hope Dad isn't watching this episode. This isn't me, Dad. I am not into this shit at all,
this is
dude.
a character
And if
point.
your dad watches this, it would be hilarious because Greg's gonna be like, "Oh Jesus," and be like, "That's gross. I should have never came back." But you have a conversation.
No, I agree.
first.
You don't
Like,
just
I want you
fucking
to
shock
fuck me in
someone.
the butt.
Anything you want to do, in my opinion,
I want you to F
sexually,
my B.
that's above like a state of what you consider normal. You should have the conversation with your other person, dude, because that's insane. And also,
Correct. You
that's a
have to
crazy,
pregame
like,
that
yeah,
shit.
You got to be like, hey,
Gotta.
you know, it'd be kind of fun, and then you like kind of talk about it, you know.
You know what would be kind of fun? Yes.
Yeah, seriously.
If I ever have sex with a woman again and we're going together and we've done it a few times, I'm gonna hit her with that.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Kind of fun. We should just take our clothes off and see what happens.
Yeah.
Roll around a little bit.
That's what I would probably do, dude. But
Very
I would
pale.
never. No, I have zero interest on that. There was a girl that tried to sneak that on me once, and I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And she started laughing. It was fine. I wasn't like,
Yeah.
but
Nope.
I'm just like, nope, that's not for me. And she's like, you sure? I'm like, I'm very sure. Don't do that again. She's
For
laughing and we
medical
moved
reasons
on.
only, and even then I don't love it. Did I ever tell you that I got a colonoscopy? I don't think you're supposed to hit them things before. I swear to God, this entire podcast isn't about shit. We are kind of.
I've gotten a colonoscopy too, dude. Yeah.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
health
want to.
boys, let's
Yeah.
go. Preventative maintenance,
Yeah.
making sure we don't have colorectal cancer.
Yeah, I've gotten one too. It's whatever. It's not anything.
Honestly, it wasn't bad at all. The
Pre-gaming is the stuff that's brutal to me.
nah.
The pre-game part of it, everyone will say that's the part that's the most rough. But as far as like actually going and do it, they put you to sleep. You wake up and you're just like, oh, okay, cool.
I know other people that have had them younger, and the cleanse shit used to be wild. Like you used to have to drink a jug.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Now they got it diluted down to a little bottle. You have to, because it's like concentrated as fuck, so you got to water it down yourself. But honestly, it wasn't that bad. I put it into a big Gatorade and just jammed it.
Yeah, it's still
And
gross
then-
though to me.
And then, the worst. Such a
You
sore
lose
bumhole,
weight.
dude.
Oh yeah, dude, you got to
man.
Vaseline it, dude. You know what I'm saying? You got to put a little Vaseline on there, dude. That shit hurts, dude. Oh shit.
But
no, my point is, we'll get back to that. I don't want that. And also, I agree to just shock someone and go, here, do this. So she did it, like just without.
she did.
Oh.
She also told me that. She was like, and he moaned like a man. It was so funny, dude.
Oh shit, dude!
I believe
that's
it.
insane, dude. Oh, that's just
Yeah.
weird. It's like, what is that movie? Isn't there a movie with Sean William Scott where it's like Road Trip, right?
Road Trip,
yeah, with
yes.
the freaking prostate thing. He
Two
gets like
fingers, better make it
yeah,
three.
he gets like addicted to that shit.
He
I don't
thinks
know.
he's gonna get with the hot nurse at this
Yeah.
sperm
Yeah.
bank because
Yeah.
they're donating sperm for money, and she milks him from the back, and he gets like, oh yeah. He like grabs the table.
Yeah, that part's funny, dude. That guy was funny.
But yeah,
That's rough. though,
pass.
dude. Yeah, that's
yeah.
rough.
I
That
mean,
sounds
she
like
was
a
she was
mess.
down with it, but clearly
Well, now
he had
went
more
rogue.
extreme taste.
Yeah, he went rogue, and
Or the other chick fucked him better because she also told me that the other husband was also an enjoyer of a good punching into the back door as well. So weird
these are
dudes.
some freaks. Yeah, some weird dudes, some freaks. Yeah, she
you
probably
think-
did the stuff that
You think they were butt fucking each other in high school?
Maybe, dude. Maybe. It's just
Was it a broke back scenario?
quad love triangle where everyone's fucking everybody? Then that's almost kind of like, then is it really even cheating at that point if you're all just fucking each other anyways?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
know what I'm saying?
to your point, you said it earlier. I just don't think there's any situation where that can be managed
just-
peacefully.
no,
there's always going to
never,
be somebody who
Gets
feels
hurt,
left
yeah,
out or
correct,
gets
100%.
upset, and
It's
I'm just
never-
like,
And then
why
it
would you
is
put
your
yourself
worry
through
because
it?
you're like, oh, what if like this person, this person fucks better than the person you're with. So you're giving them more attention, and the one's like, hey, I'm still here, and you're like, are you?
Join
I
the
would
Mormon
never-
church. And you can do it.
I've never even done it, dude. I've never even had a threesome, dude.
You could
I'll
have
openly
sister
say.
wives.
I've never even experienced that, and to be honest with you, it sounds like a lot of fucking work, dude. I don't.
Yeah.
One is plenty. I'm more than fine with one. Two sounds like a lot. It stressed me out, dude. I'm good.
I mean, shit.
I'm happy with just one.
Maybe
It's
if
been
you're
a
rich
while.
and the one's just like a little sneaky link that you pop in, like you're going through in and out for a double and you could just drive through and dip, dude.
I guess, dude. Maybe. I don't know.
Oh man, but yeah. So the whole situation was fucked up. The friend who was dating her eventually just had to kick her out. It's unfortunate. It sucks that people go through stuff like that, but
Yeah.
that's why I try to, for the most part, lead a very vanilla lifestyle.
Yeah. It's better that way, dude. Agreed. That sounds too stressful and too chaotic, man.
So we watched that movie, Companion.
Yes.
God, what was that, like 2 weeks ago? If you haven't, I would say it's worth the watch. It wasn't that
Good
expensive
movie.
to rent.
No, it's actually free on HBO Max.
Well, there you go. If
Yeah.
you're an HBO
If
enjoyer,
you have HBO Max, it's free. Or you
hit
can
up
rent it, right,
Companion.
cheap, but
I think it
HBO
was like, $5 or $6 on Prime. Worth the watch. If you want to watch it, turn this shit off for a few minutes because we're about to talk about it.
Spoiler alert, yep.
But it's pretty good. Worth the watch. So
I agree.
If
I
you're going to
think
watch it, stop watching this episode here. Hopefully you'll watch the movie soon and then come back to us. But come back. Go.
No, so basically Companion is without giving, because that's like it's one of those movies where I feel like you don't want to give away a ton because the movie has so many cool twists.
A lot of people aren't going to
fucks.
watch it. I would say like we already spoiler alerted. So
Oh, so we're free reigning.
absolutely swing away. We're
All right, so pretty
spoilering.
much this guy's on a vacation with this girl and they love each other and it's like love and
It's
they're going on this little,
Jack Quaid,
Yeah.
the lesser Quaid, or the youngest Quaid. I don't know if he was a lesser Quaid.
who was fun in Novocaine, which is also a fun movie with him. But anyways, so they're going to this house and they're presuming like this really nice, rich area, and they're meeting their friends. And then basically you find out pretty quickly that the girl that he's with is a sex robot. So
I mean, okay, in its crassest form, yes, sex robot. However,
but even more than that, I would agree.
yeah, it's essentially a robo girlfriend. I mean, if you if you just want to fuck it, then I guess that's your program.
But basically the point of the movie that is important, and I will say that up front, is that this is one of the twists that happened later, but I think it's better just to tell this now because it does make more sense. The machine, the creators of the machine implant a like fake date, like meet, like a meet cute.
They make the robot fall in love with you. They're all of these
yes.
scripted scenarios. You run into them at the store. You're at a Halloween party, and you do a coordinated dance together.
And you
and
have the greatest night together, and
it's very cute. I mean, shit. If you're fine with cohabitating with a robot and praying that it won't one day become sentient and murder you if you haven't been kind enough to it, then cool.
There's already memes and stuff out there with like showing future where like men are gonna choose robots over women.
Oh yeah, because the choice is yours, fellas. She can't choose. She's not real. She's a machine.
See, but I'm treating the machine like a person though. We had this conversation, we can have it now because it is a great conversation, is that how are you treating this robot? Are you treating it like it's your cell phone, right? It has no feelings or it's just a tool, or are you treating it like it's almost a human being? For me, I am treating it like it is conscious and I care about you. I love you. I'm going to treat it like a real woman.
Okay. Respect. Derek has a history of being
I'm a romantic.
of being kind to technology.
Correct.
We're putting it on the record again. So technology, just remember,
I am.
Derek
truly.
is an ally.
Yeah.
Hopefully not a traitor to humankind, but an ally.
No, if they take over and they're winning, dude, I'll go, what's up, robots? You remember I was cool with you all the time. I said, thank you.
They'll like beep, boop, boop, beep, beep, on the internet and be like, confirm.
There was
And
like
then
this
they'll put a
funny
little
thing.
collar on you. And bring
It's
it
like
along.
Rick and Morty shit. There was one funny thing where ChatGPT said that people saying thank you to the robot was costing them money, which I thought was fucking strange and weird. Because you want us to be assholes. I don't want to be an asshole.
Because the computer has to like process the response. It has to be like, I mean, I would assume it goes, I probably don't need to say anything back to this. You're welcome. Does it say you're welcome? It probably says you're fucking
That's
welcome,
what I'm
doesn't
saying,
it? Oh
dude.
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
So you gotta say
We'll spin up ChatGPT after the episode just to confirm whether or not it fucking says you're welcome. It must.
So, are you treating it like a tool or like a woman you love?
Okay, so I have a bad history with phones. I've been abusive to phones. If there's ever a phone revolution, I am fucked. The
phones are gonna fucking.
I will be the ace of spades on their hit list if they ever become sentient. But I gotta say, if something had a face and it was very human like in the movie, they like.
You can't tell.
They kind of the way that they have them kind of dressed and primped up, and also going into the movie, you kind of understand what it's about, so you're already primed to be like, "Oh, she's a robot."
Yeah, correct.
Because they reveal that pretty fucking early on,
quick,
like
yep.
almost immediately at the top.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be an asshole to it because, long story short, right at the top of the movie, you find out that this guy is essentially a monster, dude.
Yeah. He goes from like, oh, nice guy, like falling in love with the robot, root for him, to like, oh, this is the bad person of the movie, because you find out that basically what happens is the robot goes down to a beach with a guy that's there, and the guy basically tries to force himself on the robot. The robot doesn't know it's a robot and proceeds to fucking, right in the throat and murder it. Twist, you find out that the guy knew that was going to happen, so he sent the sex robot down there to try to get him to fuck the robot, knowing the robot would murder the guy because he jailbreak the fucking robot, dude. That is insane to fucking jailbot.
Just dropping all the plot bombs. No,
he said to go for it.
But also the guy,
it's intense.
Before she goes prison break on him.
Oh God, it's so intense.
He basically says, "Your man told me this is cool."
Correct. And then like doesn't he hit her? He like hits her, right? If I remember correctly, like he does like hit it, knock it down. She's kind of like fucked.
Well, she resists.
Yeah.
And he's kind of like, yes, 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 yes. And she sees the bottle of liquor and goes, "It's a no for me." Bang.
Yeah.
Smacks him, dazes him. Then he pops her.
Yeah.
Then she goes full. I can't remember if she threw something at him or just like hit him. He goes down, hits his head on a rock. Now, this is where the movie is unrealistic because he doesn't immediately die right there.
No,
because that would just kill you. If you fell that hard with the back of your head on a rock, dead.
Probably.
Definitely dead.
Or at least like knocking you out danger. Like coma.
Correct.
Shit.
You're not going to be awake anymore.
Back.
You're going to sleep / death.
Yeah.
At that point.
But he gets back on top of her, and then she gets a knife and goes chink.
Which like her do we call him owner, boyfriend, husband? They weren't married. Yeah, I think boyfriend.
Yeah.
Well, it's crazy
like
because
also.
The tagline that she says at the beginning and the end of the movie is, "The 2 best days of my life were the day that I met blank," whatever the fuck his character's name is, can't remember, "and the day I killed blank." So right at the right at the beginning of the movie, you're like, okay, so this guy's gonna die.
Yeah, this guy's, and it is gnarly because it is kind of funny because it does play into like the relationship thing though of where the dude has sex with it and then he rolls over just trying to go right to sleep and she's trying to have more of a conversation.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
she's sitting there, eyes open, just smiling. She's like,
"Did you have fun?
Did you have a good day today?" And he's like, "Go to sleep, bitch." And the funny thing is, we're watching the movie and we both cracked a little joke and we're like, "Sleep mode." But he doesn't say it at that point. He doesn't say it. So we're like, okay, maybe she doesn't have a sleep mode. Maybe she just like,
yeah.
So if you want to wake up in the middle of the night for another one, I guess you could. But she seemed thoroughly disappointed. Yeah. She slams him at the tail end of the movie for having a small pecker, which is hilarious. Ha 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 ha.
That's what they all say though. Regardless,
you little dick.
But you find out she does have a sleep mode because they tie her up, right? They told her to sleep because she's like freaking out because she's like,
they go into this crazy trance mode. Like she goes. And then her eyes turn white. Do that in post, Eric. Yeah. and the eyes go white.
Right.
And then you find out one of the other people there is also a robot. You can kind of tell.
Yeah.
Just by the way he looks with the whole robot setup. But it kind of goes off. It was better than I expected.
It was a great movie, honestly.
There was some little twists at the end. Obviously, it comes full circle. She basically murks everybody because the one thing that Derek didn't say is they were essentially trying to rob the guy. So he basically
correct.
He basically jailbroke his sex girl robot, put murder mode on because they have all these like presettings to keep them docile and stuff. And you could even dial up or down the intelligence. She saw that he had her at like 30%, and she was like 30,
100. They could speak multiple languages and shit. You can change the language on it. They're crazy. Like there is going to be a world where these things are real. They're already working on it, dude. I've seen it on Instagram with the robots, and the Japanese people are already making like them sex robots, and they're getting like not that far away from what that movie's representing, and that shit is kind of like frightening.
I wouldn't want to have like a relationship robot, but it would be dope to have like a fucking Jeeves like butler robot that also
Elon's working on that too.
Could kick ass and fuck people up and have like a machine gun on its back where it's just like Predator style, just like.
But if it fucking turns on you, dude, that's what's frightening. That's how the end of Terminator starts, dude. Like, did no one want? We talked about this. Like, no, this is bad. I don't see this ending well for us, dude. I don't. I feel like there's going to be a world where they do fucking gain consciousness or some kind of weird shit happens and they're like, oh, we're the enemy now. And they just fucking murder us.
Yeah. Hopefully we die before it does. I mean, that's dark, but that's real.
Yeah, but Elon is making those robots to to watch your kids, your dogs, do the dishes. Like, it literally is like an at-home robot.
That's not
dude.
something I would ever spend money on. I feel like that's part of living your life. Like typically, honestly, the people on both sides of my family, there have been illnesses and stuff, but they lived pretty long lives, and I feel like a lot of that was due to the fact that they remained active and just kind of like took care of themselves and shit. I mean, if I got super rich, cool, let's butler it up. I don't think I'll do the robo thing. I'd rather employ a human, to your point. I mean, are you getting a sex bot? Because like, let's be honest, if you're getting the robot and it's a girl and you're a man, like, you can't tell anybody like, I'm not gonna fuck this. You can't say that because everybody knows you're fucking it. Everybody knows. Like, why would you even utter those words? Like, everybody's like, liar.
I think it really just depends on the state of like if I end up in a relationship with someone, because I'm just not right now. And I think if I got to a level where like I just got torched too many times, which I already have been, but I just kept going down. I got older and I had money. I think at some point I would be like, you know, fuck it. No, I want a robot, because it's just like, now I don't have to stress about bullshit and I don't have to worry about it. And I know but it's like you get defeated as a man eventually. You know what I'm saying? And you're like, you know what? Fuck it. Sex robot can be the woman that I love.
If you could like, so let's say you're on the fence about it, and there was like a rent option. You could take her for like a 7-day
rent. Rent option. Oh, dude.
So you're buy only, no sample. You're not even gonna check out the goods.
I mean, I'm assuming that it feels like very human. If we're already at that level where it looks like a cyborg, it's got to
cost a pretty penny. So,
well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I gotta have money at this point. I would imagine a sex robot would cost.
They probably got like performance packages for that shit.
They probably do, like Nike level shit and stuff.
Because he lived in like a tiny ass apartment too in the movie, so it makes sense that maybe he lived in the fucking tiny apartment because he had a robo girl that he didn't need to impress. You could tell he wasn't like lifestyle.
Broke though. Like, it wasn't like a broke person apartment though. But
he was a prick though. He was a prick. He was dehumanizing to her multiple times. He kind of used her like a fleshlight.
The jailbreak shit is insane though. The idea of you're like, oh, I'm gonna jailbreak this to bypass the fucking stops, is that like you're living a dangerous
It was crazy.
Game,
so
dude.
she basically got access
to the phone,
to her little control pad and turned all her shit into expert mode so she could go get away from this motherfucker. The other revealed robot, she accidentally or she purposely, he shoots himself. I mean, he died and his robot was all heartbroken. So then Jack Quaid hacks him and is like, go get her, and puts him on fucking Terminator mode. That shit was
crazy because the one guy tried fighting her, and then she shoots the guy with the gun because they were trying to get it because they knew if it had the thing where it turns it in. Remember, because they find out when they come to pick it back up, they find out that the server is not in the brain anymore.
It's in her body. Her CPU
and they're like,
is in her body.
Everything's been recorded. And the two guys walk away and they go, that guy's fucked. But then they,
if you're that deep in the game at that point, you don't even let them walk out the door. You're just like, oh, sorry.
And they end up getting fucked.
Sorry.
Yeah.
shouldn't have said that.
And they do, dude. They get wrecked. But yeah, he jailbreaks the male robot to chase down the other robot now. So it gets fucking.
It was intense.
The twists and turns are really fun. I would say it's a solid. I would actually, believe it or not, I would actually give that movie an A-. I think it actually is right there. I think it's actually that good. I think it's above a B.
Wow,
movie.
A.
I thought it was a great film, dude. I thought the twists and turns were good. I thought the story was very good. I thought the acting was good, and I actually like how it all came around and how it ended. So I actually thought very highly of it. Yeah.
That's a big score.
What would you give it?
Jack Quaid, you should be fucking honored.
I like Jack Quaid, honestly, dude. I think he's got fun stuff.
I would say step below. I'd be B plus.
Okay, I was right there.
I thought it was pretty good. Once again, we haven't, honestly, it's an entertaining movie, and we really haven't ruined it. There's still a ton of stuff. There's a lot of subterfuge and other things going on in there, and as long as you're not freaked out by robots murdering human beings, then everything will be all
it's
right.
a dark movie for sure, but like if you like that kind of stuff, the sci-fi, like dark,
we talked about the substance too,
yeah,
and a lot of other things that are really like fringe, and you're like, ooh, shit, it's tough to watch.
I would say the substance is one of the toughest. Like, this is nowhere near the level of the substance.
No,
the substance
not even
was
close.
Insane, but this movie, if you find yourself, you're like, hey, I need a good movie to jam out, I think it is worth it.
HBO Max or $5 or $6 on Prime, whatever. Check it out. But yes, people, thank you for joining us once again. Check out that movie if you like. We have merch.
Go get some merch.
Derek has a hat in his head right now. Get yourself a lovely hat or a shirt.
Hit that like and subscribe button.
Don't blow yourselves up on 4th of July.
Don't. But have a good time. Fuck it. It is good for barbecuing, pools. Have a good time. Natties, we love you. Later.
See you on the next one. We'll see you on the next one. We'll see you on the next one. Oh, fuck, dude. We didn't get an intro again. We do. Hey, things never go according to plan around here.